Thank you all. How are we all doing tonight? Awesome, awesome. So, first of all, I'd like to thank IEEE as well as Smart Power Talks inviting me to have this keynote speak. I'm actually very happy today that I'm actually here speaking with all of you. Why? Well, not only that I recently published an article about corporations and businesses around Fourth Industrial Revolution, smart power, AI, robotics, as well as a number of different areas such as diversity and inclusion. Here today, I'm going to be speaking about a number of topics. One, absolutely, in terms of how we can integrate what I call an action plan, ACTION, across two different fronts. One, across the business and corporate side, right, professionally, but also from a personal development side as well. Now, IEEE, in terms of its vision, promotes business advancing education as well as engineering, computing, mobile communications for the advancement of both global and local levels. Well, it's actually fitting in terms of what we're discussing today. Well, I wanted to illustrate two things, right? The various trends that are happening today. One, there was a recent study from IBM. 120 million jobs are going to be lost, right? Due to AI, artificial intelligence, robotics, right? How does that impact the overall society and globalization that we're in today? We also have found out a couple of weeks ago from the World Economic Forum, it's going to take 202 years, right, for women to have gender equality in terms of globally, right, at the same status as men. 202 years. Also, from where I'm coming from, well, today there's only 17% of Asian Americans, right, in the leadership roles across Fortune 2000 companies. Why we're here today? Well, again, we're going to talk about two main things. Corporate business involving action, as well as personally development involving action as well. Now, just to give you a little bit of background about myself. First generation Asian American born, right? Wasn't the most smartest or sharpest pencil in the pencil box, right, or pencil case. Didn't go to an Ivy League school. Didn't have a relatively good job, right? However, fast forward 20 years, currently today, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a partner at a large management consulting firm. I'm a board advisor for two startups, as well as a professor for two distinguished organizations, New York University here in New York, as well as Baruch College, rated one of the highest local universities in New York as well. So, how does it actually happen? Well, determination, perseverance, as well as persistence. Now, as I speak up here today, I was thinking, well, how do we actually implement such an action plan, right? ACTION. Well, as I was writing this article and publishing it shortly a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking, well, just think of it from a corporate standpoint. What do we need to do in terms of corporations need to act? Adaptability, right? We all heard in terms of retail, the death of all the retail malls, right? The power of Amazon, right? The power of branding. If you do not adapt, well, soon enough, you're going to be slowly faded away. 2, C, collaborative culture. Today, most of the organizations are creating innovation labs, right, that are bringing together folks from all walks of life, from all different types of functions and industries, in creating innovation. This is very important. Inclusive innovation as well, right? T, from corporate perspective, what do you think is important? The tone at the top, right? So if leaders do not show their leadership, that do not show the quality in terms of they do what they say and act in terms of what they say as well, well, most of the time, different strategies and visions cannot be fulfilled. I is continuously to innovate, right? We heard about it many times. You have to continuously to innovate, take on in terms of what the trends are out there, right? Embrace the technology, embrace the change, embrace the disruption. Look what's happening in terms of the financial services industry. All the fintechs, all these robo-advisors, right? A lot of these different firms are disrupting the value chain across the financial services space. Well, just look at it from retail as well. Look what's happening to Amazon in terms of what they are impacting from a global landscape perspective in retail, right? Look how Netflix has been transforming a whole entire industry of media, right? Of how we actually view and stream and take on movies. Well, from corporate perspective, right? From action is also very important. Organizational capabilities. Understanding our strengths, our weaknesses, right? Understanding what we can do, what type of resources we have, right? And also, most importantly, understanding the people, the character, right? That makes up that culture. Then finally, N. N means new technology and always embracing it. Whether this is in the new realms of blockchain, quantum computing, right? In terms of robotics, we have to continuously invest in new technology. And we seldom see, right? We heard from the likes of Radio Shack, Blockbuster, right? Look at most of these retail stores that are declaring bankruptcy. They fail to innovate, they fail to capture the trends, and they fail to actually take advantage of certain trends as well. Well, on the flip side, right, as we transgress over to more of the personal and professional development, I apply the same sort of acronym. What can you do in terms of taking action, right? A. Well, first and foremost, you have to have the right attitude, right? You have to have that growth mentality, that growth mindset. You have to have the positive thinking, right? In terms of if you keep thinking that you cannot do a certain thing, well, what's going to happen? You will not be successful at it, right? So the mentality portion is very important as well. Keep progressing forward, right? The C portion of it, a part of the action, is what? Curiosity, right? Always be curious, always be learning, always be able to go out of your comfort zone and take on new opportunities, right? Learn new things, acquire new skill sets. Because what we're talking about today, right, impacts all of the people globally, right, across different skills, education, right, the different job functions. The T portion of it is what? Transformational thinking, right? Organizations today really want you to think outside the box, right? Don't just sit there, be in a role that you're happy with, and stay there for 20, 30 years. It does not work today. Today, the transformational thinking is, I hired you, you're supposed to know various areas of the actual organization, right? And also provide value add into the organization as well. Now, the I portion of action is what? Well, you probably know, invest in yourself, right? No, whether this is taking a book, going to a Barnes and Nobles, right, or going to Amazon, professionally, get the books that you want to learn, right? Certain topics, right? New technology, learn to code, right? Learn a new language, travel the world, right? See what's out there. So the I is actually very important because you're continuously investing in yourself. The O, this is very important as well. Openness, right? Why? Well, paying it forward. Once you're at a successful juncture, the most important thing also is to reward those that have given you the opportunity, right? Pay it forward, giving back, right? I'm actually involved in a number of organizations today, as well as in the university academia, that I give back a lot of my time as well as knowledge to the next generation of leaders. The end is never stop learning, right? Continuously to acquire, continuously build up your network, continuously build up the skill sets, right? Go out of your comfort zone. Whether you are in one specific industry or area or function, get out of the comfort zone and learn new things, right? Go and meet new people, right? You never know who you're going to meet, right? Go to conferences, right? Invest in yourself as well. Now, as I wrap up today here, what is the most important lesson in terms of what we call the action plan? Well, embrace the change, right? Take the first step, progress forward, and always, always embrace the chaos and continuously to learn. Thank you very much.